Hey, we're Becky and Fuzz from the Hope and Mum and Dad podcast, and we're just checking in with you for an update. So we just thought we'd hop on and say hello because it's been a while. We've had a bit of a quiet few months since last recording, and Fuzz got us a Christmas present, an early Christmas present, which happened to arrive on Christmas Eve. It's
I wouldn't say it's a Christmas present per se, but it's just a new, tidier, less cables, all-in-one kind of bit of kit that we're using for the podcast. So we thought we would check that it works, because obviously that's important. But at the same time, we thought, well, while we're going through and just checking some mugs and things like that, we could do a little video just to check in with everyone, give you an update. Well, give you an update of a not update, just sort of checking in and seeing what's going on. But yeah, like we haven't really been up to much.
It's the coming to the end of the Christmas week. What date is it? I don't know what date it is, but
27th.
Yeah, we're just back from walking Coco over at Kenfig, which is a really good walk. Hence why we're a bit wrapped up still, just trying to warm up.
Yeah. And the reason why we haven't done too many episodes in the last couple of weeks was mainly because Becky has literally had zero time to do anything, because she's been
a busy bee
doing stuff with school, right?
Yeah, doing my diploma as well. So it's just been a bit hectic. But yeah, we are hoping that in the new year, we'll be able to give you more frequent weekly episodes like they were before, and that we'll have some exciting guests on for you. And hopefully we'll be able to take you along with us on our IVF journey, which we're hoping will start in January. But, fingers crossed.
Yeah, so like the current sort of situation for us at the moment is that as far as we know, we should be getting called in January time.
Yeah.
But in case you've been living under a rock and you don't know what's going on in the world in 2020.
Or you're watching the future.
Yeah, or you're watching the future. Coronavirus is like...
rife.
It's kind of scuppered our plans somewhat. And it's just been really frustrating, hasn't it? Like every time, we were meant to go in April in 2020, and then obviously everything went crazy, and our government didn't really have a clue what it was doing, and just sort of like took ages to like start taking action. And by that time it was so bad and everything was overrun and cases were so high that hospitals had to basically like
shut down outpatient stuff.
Yeah. Which includes us. I mean, and obviously it's really frustrating for us because we've been waiting for a long time and stuff, but there are some silver linings in the fact that we've both got our health and we're both alive and we can go again at another time. I just feel really bad for people who might be like older than us, so it might be more critical, or they might be like ill.
But fortunately our clinic has prioritized those people, which is why it's taken so long for us to be called in at all.
Yeah, and we're happy to do that. Happy to wait.
Yeah, but we're kind of a bit nervous, I think. Well, I am, because obviously there's new strains of the coronavirus thing going around. There's more lockdowns happening and everything. So.
It's not just that. It's just that like you're planning on getting pregnant, and literally at the moment we've got one vaccine that's been approved, and we're sort of dishing it out, but only to vulnerable people. And any day now, maybe today or tomorrow, they're going to hopefully announce the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca one. But even so, you might not be able to get it. Yeah. And you're a teacher. So if they carry on sending kids to primary school, then basically all the primary school staff are at risk. And if you can't even be vaccinated, then I don't like the idea of that.
No, well, we've been talking about what we might do, or what we think we could do going ahead with starting our treatment, in terms of, I think originally when clinics started up, they were suggesting that the women should isolate during their treatment because they COVID test you at the beginning and just before egg collection, I think. So it would be really annoying if you went through all of the process of injecting yourself daily and then having to have it cancelled because in between you got COVID. So we've been talking about the options there. And
what I don't understand is like if everything's going on and they're locking everything down and telling everyone to social distance, why is it okay to send 30 kids into a bit, and kids are notoriously worse than people for like snotting on themselves, and like spreading germs is like a well-known fact. So how come if we got to lock everything down
I
and
mean,
make everything safe, primary school teachers can
Yeah.
just, don't worry about them. It's
It's-
all right if they get sick and die.
yeah, it's beyond us. It's a bit bonkers. Like all of the teachers are like the same. I think most are just like, what is going on? How can this? We know what kids are like. So,
'Cause-
but it's out of our hands. It's childcare at the end of
But
the
at
day.
the same
It's treated
time,
like
you shouldn't just like blindly go into work if your life's going to be put at risk. Like, so that's something that we're really hoping that like the unions and the government take seriously, because it's like it should have been taken into account for the first one,
yeah,
the first couple of strains, but now these new strains have come out, they're like even worse, 70% more transmissible, especially with children.
yeah,
So like, I don't want you to die. I don't want you to go into school and die because someone's complaining that like it's annoying having the kids at home. Like, we've all got to like get through this together.
Yeah.
Like, no one's life is more important than someone else's. Another thing we've been doing, exercising, which has been pretty good, right?
yeah. So on Boxing Day, Fuzz had to drag me out the house for a run and a bike ride, which was painful, but I think good. And I was a bit better this time at listening to my body, so I haven't suffered like I did last time we advertised that I went for a run. But yeah, just trying to make some sensible choices diet-wise and exercise-wise in preparation for IVF, which I should have been doing a lot longer than I have been.
I think one thing that most people are really not good at is just getting out of a routine. Like,
Yeah.
if you're in a routine of not doing anything. And that's why I'm like, come on, let's go out. And you're like, no, it's cold. No, it's too hot. It's too warm. It's too wet. It's too dry.
Yeah.
And everyone does it. But like, if you can sort of break the seal and get onto it a little bit, and you do it a couple of times.
I like break the cycle, not break the seal.
Well, I don't know.
Breaking the seal is like when you go for a wee when you're drunk.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
like
broken the seal.
break out of that routine.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sitting here, and so give yourself some basic goals so that you feel like good when you achieve them. There's no point setting goals that you can't achieve, because you'll feel like shit if you can't achieve them.
What was the name of that guy?
Andrew Huberman,
Yeah. We were listening to him on Joe Rogan's podcast.
he's a neuroscientist.
It wasn't Joe Rogan's podcast, was it?
I first listened to him on Joe Rogan's podcast, and then he's got his own amazing guy. He talks about the link between, well, first of all, he says like people say mind and body, and the link between, and it's not. It's all connected. Like, literally, you can do things physiologically with your body, like breathing in a different way, that will actually make you think and see the world a different way. So it's all connected, and it's really, really fascinating, especially for me, because I've suffered with anxiety and stuff since I was like, a teenager and stuff like that, and it's kind of connected to all that. So it's kind of cool to sort of learn some hacks, and we'll put some of the links to some of those videos in the description below. Well worth checking out. But the
main takeaway from it though is that basically
the suffering,
successful people who are who achieve great things, they basically they train their body to get their kind of reward from the struggle for meeting a goal. So the reward isn't necessarily doing the run. It's the positive feeling or the endorphins that you get at the end of the run. It's the fact that you've got changed and gone out in the rain or got up early and you go for the run, and, the fact that you've done it.
So suffering is part of the process.
Yeah.
Like the hard work and feeling like it's uncomfortable is the reward.
Yeah.
Like, if you think, because you're on the path, it's just that most people think of the duration path outcome thing as like, when I finish this run, I get a big green tick and I'm happy. But really, like, especially like people that like lose weight, like people that really struggle to lose weight and stuff like that, it could be, like,
it's basically assigning your happiness to an end goal isn't positive, because
you're always moving.
When you get there, you won't have achieved happiness. You'll get to that goal weight or that goal pinpoint, and you won't necessarily be happy, or it won't be lasting happiness, because you've pinned the happiness to the wrong place. Go and check them out anyway.
The suffering and the uncomfortableness is part of the journey, and being on that path is the reward. Yeah. And I'm pretty good with that. I like to sort of punish myself with like long, brutal runs and going out. And basically my thing is, if I set myself some basic goals, like, run X amount of times, or, distance, then I will prep myself, think about it, and go and do it. And I won't let myself quit. As soon as you like go, I can't be bothered, then the whole thing falls
And that's
apart.
how we're so different, because I just always want to snuggle up in my cozy clothes and just chill out.
But if you go out for a run, then when you come back and snuggle, it feels better, right?
Yeah.
Like you've earned it. Anyway, so like Becky's on a fitness thing. We're gonna. I'm kind of coaching you at my own peril.
But we were saying the other day, at your own peril, because I'm a dragon. We were saying the other day that we've been fairly good over Christmas. We haven't been as indulgent as I guess we normally would be, but we still have eaten lots of shit.
I can be really bad with food. Like when it comes, like putting roasties on a tray or something, I'll be like, I'll just do the bag. Like I get, when you're hungry, it's like when they say don't go shopping when you're hungry, but I've just been literally, this sounds stupid, but just like doing silly things, just like pausing, leaving the room, like doing something else, coming back and salad. Like I never eat salad. And that's our new little hack at the moment, is just to basically make a little side salad, like a little side bowl, like a cereal bowl, little side salad, munch that down. And it doesn't have to be like boring. It's like really nice, actually. You make some nice salad dressing and stuff, but munch that down before dinner. Yeah. And then kind of try and make portions just a tiny bit smaller, and just wait. And then if you're hungry, anyway, it seems to be going well. I've dropped a couple of kilograms. And I'm getting into rucking at the moment, which is like carrying a heavy backpack, walking, because you burn the same amount of calories as you do running, but it's like way less bad on your joints and stuff. And Becky came out for a big walk earlier, so we'll I think we're aiming for three little runs a week. Yeah, so that should be good. Yeah, hopefully
we'll see some changes, because I think that was one of the first things that I learnt when we started the podcast, and I was I listened to some kind of talk with Fertility Network UK, and the embryologist, or I can't remember if she was a gynecologist or I said that weird. Gynecologist. She said that when you have IVF, even if you just lose like half a kilogram or a kilogram just before treatment, then it's likely to be more successful. I can't remember.
And vitamin D.
Like, don't quote me on it, but
vitamin D, taking our vitamins. Vitamin D is massively important in everything. Like, I can try. I'll link some YouTube videos down to some of the videos from legit scientists and professors and stuff like that. But it's having a massive impact with COVID stuff, whatever. But everyone, pretty much, if you don't take vitamin D supplements, you are vitamin D deficient, pretty much, unless you like work on a farm with no clothes on all day in the sun near the equator.
Naked farming.
It's crazy. So, and it's really, really, really important. So we're doing 4,000 international units of vitamin D every day. Yeah. It's actually classed as a hormone. It's that involved in that many bodily processes and stuff like that. It's classed as a hormone. So
I'm lucky that Fuzz does all this research, because I've really enjoyed my 2 weeks off so far. I've just done nothing. I've watched loads of TV, and but that's what Christmas is all about, isn't it?
Especially if you're a teacher.
Yeah, and we hope that you've all had a lovely festive break, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. And
holidays. I like that. Becky says it's cringy when I say holidays, but it's holidays. Like,
it's like an Americanism, isn't it?
But it's true. Like, because if you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish,
yeah, but
I was going to say Judaism, but I got confused. Anyway, if you're Jewish or whatever, like, or atheist, it's still a time that everyone can celebrate and get together. So it's awesome. Yeah. So we hope you've had a good time, and we look forward to coming back weekly to give you more of an update and more interesting content. I hope you have a good day. See you in a bit. Bye.